Good morning. Looks like we have quite a few attendees, so glad to see you guys here with us. Okay, I know we are about 1 minute early. We're going to go ahead and get started. I do want to, first of all, thank you guys. Thank you for everyone for being a part of this session today. Really excited to be sharing with you some additional tips and tricks with regards to Bullhorn Web. So just welcome, especially to our wonderful American Innovations customers. Really happy to have you guys with us today and spending part of your morning. Today, we are looking to add a few more tools to your Bullhorn Web toolbox. And these are tools that can help you save time and keep things moving fast. So with this session, our goal is to help you feel more confident and self-sufficient using Bullhorn Web. I want to be clear, this isn't about reducing support calls. We're always here to help you when you need us. So that is definitely always on the table. However, we want to show you a few common tasks you can handle yourself, often without having to wait for support. This will give you more control. It will save you time. And also lets our support teams focus on the more complex issues where we can add the most value to our clients. So with this, our goal is simple. We want to empower you, not replace you. I do want to ask, so thank you again for those that have taken the poll. We see that there's a couple of you that have some concerns around the capabilities or not having a lot of confidence. What I do want to encourage you guys to do, those of you that don't, that need additional help, please reach out to your key account manager. We're always happy to provide you with additional information or education or training. In addition, if you're really stuck somewhere with Bullhorn Web, if you're having any concerns there, reach out to our customer support, our technical support team. We're always happy to help as well. We want to make sure that Bullhorn Web is adding value to your business. And if you are struggling for any reason, if you're having any issues or concerns and how to properly use that product, we're here for a reason. So we want to make sure that we're available when you need us. If you need additional training, need any education, please certainly reach out to your key account manager. Who from our attendees, I would love to know how long you have been customers of American Innovations and maybe how long you have used Bullhorn Web. If you're open to it, I'd love to see some of these remarks in our chat. Edward, thank you. That's quite a while. Hey, keep living. We all get there. 3 years firmly. Thank you, Jesse. Damon, thank you. That's what we're here for. We're excited to give you some more information on Bullhorn. PCS, I know that's a very valuable product for our customers. So I would imagine you're getting a lot of good use out of that. If you're interested in learning more about our system and Bullhorn Web, please reach out to your key account manager as well, or just contact American Innovations in general. We will put you and set you in the right direction. Same for you, Gerardo. Thank you. Thank you, Will. Absolutely. Love to teach you more and share with you the benefits. Thanks, Edward.
Talking about setting up a text message for a given user. It can be a user that has access to Bullhorn Web, or you can also set someone up to be notified that isn't on Bullhorn Web, just so they'll know that is happening, such as a supervisor or anyone else that needs to be notified. Could be someone who's on site at a location. So once you've got the alert name set up, the description, you can enter in the text number of the person that's going to be notified, And he's also mentioned you can filter out days that particular notification will go out, and time frame. So if you've got someone who works during the day and you got a night shift, you can set up that to filter out the times that they will get notified, so the right person's getting notified. And once you've got that set up, you will go ahead and save it into your system. And now what we want to do is show you some of the security setup here for any particular given user. You will come up here to admin and security. Give it a second here to load. All right, for each individual user, you can set that particular user up for billing admin, client admin, or unit admin. And when you select for billing, you just simply select the user from the dropdown and then hit the green dot to the right. And that will add that particular user to the billing admin. This is something that allows them to see anything that deals with billing, your cost center, or the particular billing on what that unit gets the subscription for. The client admin allows the particular user to have full access to everything on that particular website. That includes billing, able to send commands and update a unit's at all of its settings. To simply add that particular user in, select them from the drop down and select the green dot. Now I'm showing this same person being added to each one of these roles. But if you add the particular user to the client admin, they will also be added to billing and unit admin functions without having to select them. Now for the unit admin, this is rather important for users that you want to have the ability to set up units such as the shunt size, disable channels, and set up notifications. So what you'll do is select that particular user here and then select the green dot. And that gives them permission now to do everything on the website except billing, unless they're added to billing as a separate login, or as not a login, but as a separate user right. What I'm going to do now is go back up to the main page here on Bullhorn Web. We're getting it loaded here. I've got a test unit here. Now, if I had just set the particular user up for the billing, they would not see this pencil. Or if they weren't set up for client or unit, they would not see the pencil. You can set up a user without any of those rights, and they'll be able to see the unit, but they will not be able to make any changes to the unit. What we're going to do now is go ahead and select the drop down here in the upper right, and we're going to go to Unit Admin. I apologize here. It's just running a little slow here. I apologize. I'm using Jonathan's computer here, so I'm trying to catch up on his setup here. So what I will do here is show a different way to add a user to a particular group. I can come over here to the three dots and select the three dots by left clicking on it. And then going to add group or remove group and also security. I'm going to select security and I'm going to add this particular user to see the view, operate, and admin for this particular group. I'm going to select the user and then select add user. If I selected just view only, that user will be able to see all the units in this group, but will not be able to do any admin work such as changing security settings. Now, keep in mind, if you make the particular user a client admin, that right is higher than the view rights here for security. So even if you just select view, they will be able to still go in and change units. So you don't want to give somebody client admin rights and then give them view only to a group, because they will be able to make any changes anyway based on the client admin setting. All right, I've added this user to this group. So now when this user logs into Bullhorn Web, they will be able to see this group. I can add them to any of these groups that we have listed here. And when they log in, they will only be able to see the units they have been selected for. Now I'm going to go ahead and select the pencil here in the upper right. And now I'm going to go over to alerts. Now, for adding that particular user to an alert, I can go ahead and create new alerts, or I can add them to the contacts for this particular alert. First, let's show you how just to add the user to this contact group. I'm going to go ahead and select contacts. And now I'm going to select add contact from the drop-down. I've got a lot of users I can select from here. I'm just going to go ahead and add this particular user here and add that particular contact to that group. I can do that and add as many contacts to this unit as needed. And then once I've done that, they are added and will get notified on it. And I can do that for any particular user that is on the website. Now I'm going to go back to alerts. I'm going to select new alert. When adding a new alert, we try to keep it generic so that you can use this particular unit as a template. So I'm going to say low amps. And this is a data alert. It's based on data coming into the website. Other alerts that we have are for activity alert. That's activity for that particular unit, how often it transmits in or lack of transmission. It could be based on a status of the unit. If it calls in an alarm, you can get notified for anything that's an alarm, or a particular packet type that comes in. But for this particular one, for low amps, we're going to stick with data alerts. And we're going to go ahead and keep it generic. I'm going to select the subject as low amps. Just keep in mind, even though the name of the alert is low amps, when you get notified, it's going to tell you what the name of the unit is and what the alert is for. I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Now I'm going to add a condition for this particular unit. I'm going to select add condition. I'm going to select the channel that has amps. So for channel 1 for low amps. And the operator is what I want to look at when that unit comes in. I'm going to select less than. I could say not equal to, less than or equal to, greater than. We have a lot of different choices, but for this particular one, I'm going to select less than 2 amps and keep the details generic once again for low amps. So what this is telling us is if this unit transmits into Bullhorn Web and the value is less than 2 amps, that could be 1.9999, it's going to set the unit in alarm, or the website unit in alarm, and then transmit the alert to the particular user that's in the contacts. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save. Then I'm going to go over to alert contacts. Now, earlier I showed you adding an individual contact. There are also groups that we can select from. And this is what I suggest to everyone, is to create a contact group and put the user that you want to get notified in that group. That may be 1 user, 10 users. Even if it's 1, put them in a group. That way, if that particular person leaves the company, you don't have to go back into Bullhorn Web and take them off all the individual contacts. You can go into the contact group and remove them from the contact group and add new people to that group at the same time. Another function here is add to all alerts. Once you select add to all alerts, all the alerts for, or alarms that you've got set up for this particular unit will now have this contact group added to it. I've added the North contact group, and if I go back to alerts and select that original alert that we just added 1 contact to, now when I go to contacts, I can see the North was added to that one as well, and it saves you time. The last thing I want to show you here is how to add a contact group. We're going to go up to admin and contact groups. I'm currently on the North contact group. I can select add to add a new one, or I can edit this particular group. I can add a contact user. I'm going to select John Brew, contact type, text, contacts. There's the alert. And now I've added this. And so if I've added the North group to this particular unit, I can go back at any time and remove this particular user and add a new user in at any time to help speed up things for you on the website. I apologize for the little delay we had in here today, and I'm hoping John's feeling better. If there's any questions, please feel free to add them to the chat. We'll be glad to help you out there. And that's pretty much what I have for you today.
Thank you, Plaster. Mike, I really appreciate you jumping in and providing support for Jonathan. Thank you for sharing your expertise. Really does mean a lot. For the group, I appreciate your patience as well. Thank you for being a part of us today and this session. I did put another poll, if you would like to answer that, on what virtual brews you'd like to see next around some of the product topics that we have available. I'm going to end this with just a few announcements. Want to make sure that everyone is aware of what's to come. So we have a PCS Survey Manager trial that we're offering. So if you're interested in that, of course, you can feel free to scan the QR code or reach out directly to your CAM or reach out to American Innovations support, and we can get you in the right place. We also have a few other events coming up. AMPP Houston Clay Shoot, that's August 28th. Near the end of September, we also have the Central Conference for AMPP. And then October 19th through the 20th, we have AMPP Eastern Conference. So one of our big partners, and we'd love to see you guys there. And then the biggest event of the year for us is our AI World User Group. So that is happening on November 1st through the 5th that week. The change of venue, it's been at a previous location, I believe the AT&T Center before. We are now in the Omni Hotel downtown Austin. So please sign up, join us there. Take a look at the QR code if that helps. For now, that is what we have. Again, Plaster, thank you for your help. Thank you for everybody who joined us today. I hope this was helpful, and we look forward to seeing you around, whether it's through support, your CAM, or during our next AI World and Virtual Brew. So thank you again for joining us. Have a great rest of your day and week.